I am Serafettin Ozer. I am Chief Digital Officer of LC Waikiki, responsible for digital transformation and IT. LC Waikiki is the biggest fashion retail company in Turkey, although based in Istanbul, Turkey, operating in more than 53 countries, operating in 1,200 stores and also 11 e-commerce sites all over the world. By October 2023, the main objective of LC Waikiki is to be one of the biggest 3 fashion retail companies in Europe in aspects of profitability, customer satisfaction, supplier trust, employee commitment, and social responsibility. Thank you for the question. Just before pandemic, we had an assessment to see where we are in terms of digital enablement with a different company. And we had homeworks and to-dos after that assessment. And after 2 years, having a huge impact in terms of pandemic, we had to see where we are about those homeworks or the items, tasks that we have started to work on. So the main objectives or the main tasks that we had were mainly on business process reengineering, the data initiatives, agile way of working, and also application and infrastructure modernization part. Although we had so many studies, so many works on those topics so far, after 2 years we really needed to revisit our goals again and also to see where we are when we are compared with our benchmarks so far. We had a good practice in terms of execution of the evaluation process of our digital maturity index with Digitopia. So mainly the processes are so generic to evaluate digital maturity index. But with Digitopia, what we have faced was a good assistance from Digitopia to answer our questions and guide all relevant stakeholders during the discussion sessions with them. So starting from, the 6 dimensions, starting from customer through the governance, the questions, the questionnaire, and also the discussion points and the comparison points with the benchmarks were relevant for not only for us but all the stakeholders we had during the process, like the HR, like the operations guy, like the e-commerce, and also the store management people. And after the whole process, at the end of process, we had a personalized work list or item list that we can work on in a much more focused way. As a result of the assessment, we had 2 main artifacts, 2 deliverables. One of them was the score, the current state that we had, and also the gap between the target state and the current state. And the second one was a recommendation list that I have mentioned as a homework list. So after knowing those, we have revisited our existing roadmap and decided to focus more on the feasibility of the demands that we are executing, like all the demands that we had and the demands for us that we are going to deliver as projects, okay? We decided to spend more time on the feasibility of it and also spend more time on measuring the value earned among those activities and to show them in a much more clear and a much more visible way. The second one was to focus on the agile methodology that we are applying through our execution process, implementation process. And the third one was the data itself. Because yes, we are using it. Yes, we are really analyzing those, but the way that we represent or present this to the decision makers became much more critical. So the homework or the recommendation list showed us that we have to spend more time on those activities. Yes, for sure. We will definitely need to see where we are next year in terms of our digital maturity. Although the dimensions might not change, I mean, starting from customer again, through people, operations, technology, innovation, and governance, content will definitely change, I think. Because when we had this assessment, for example, metaverse and the initiatives related with the metaverse were not even a discussion point so far. But I'm sure that next year, in the innovation topic, in the technology topic, we will discuss about the metaverse and the impacts of metaverse in our processes, in our operations, in our customer satisfaction so far. So to see where we are and the progress that we will have, are we on track in the roadmap? What kind of new gaps that we will have? We will definitely need to reassess our digital maturity with the help of DMI so far. And also, maybe, or last but not least, let me say, I think the content of the questionnaire will also change. I think DMI, Digitopia DMI index will challenge us from, or with the help of new topics so far.